and last time I was here, you had a drought. Did it rain here? That's great. I had a great time in the sun today because I haven't seen the sun in 3 days out here. It's amazing. I love coming here, everyone. I love coming back here. I can't do all the theaters that ask me to go there, but I'm going back now to the cities and towns throughout the country. It's not necessarily that I don't like New York City or Los Angeles and things like that, but I love being raised in Tennessee, as I told you, outside of Knoxville, a little farm town. I love going to places like this in Georgia and Texas, where smaller towns where people aren't exposed to a lot of these animals all the time. So hope you don't mind me coming back. If you do, I enjoyed it. This right here is a honey bear kinkajou. Also back in the 1950s, 60s, and 70s.
Yeah, look at it.
But that's a natural behavior. This animal, I'm not sure where it came from, but it probably was confiscated as well. When I was a young boy in the 60s and 70s, this animal was sold in the thousands around the world. You can buy a kinkajou or a honey bear, they call it. You can buy them for anywhere from $50 to $100. They're so cute when they're little. Yeah, they're really nice little pets when they're little. Then they grow up and they bite their hands off, their fingers off, whatever you want to do. The animal is nocturnal, as you can see, but you can't see that. This animal lives in Central and South America. It spends most of its entire life in trees. It has a prehensile tail. That tail is like a possum's tail. It's like a fifth hand. Why do they call it a honey bear? Because the animal kind of gets in the honey. He kind of gets in the trees. He hangs upside down. He goes into beehives. I've seen only one time where the animal was covered in black with bees. I mean, you couldn't even see the animal but his eyeballs. And yet the stingers can't go through that little bit of fur there. Their tongues are very long. Again, they're nocturnal. The one main reason they can also have camouflage is when it rains there, like, how can I explain to you? The sloth, for example. When it rains there, the sloth can never, it's a nocturnal animal basically. The daytime they sleep. The sloth is full of green and brown algae. Because it rains there a lot and algae will grow in their fur. Therefore, if it's in a tree, this animal, unless you know where it is, it's a very difficult thing to find unless you're a guide. Same thing with the sloth. The sloth looks like a big ball of just gook. And that's how they save themselves at daytime, with the camouflage. Same thing with this little beautiful animal here. So that is, everybody, Central South America, the beautiful kinkajou. Beautiful animal. I've only seen them one time in all my trips to Africa. I have a little home in Zimbabwe.
What's that, Jermain? Oh my goodness.
The last time I filmed this animal was in Zimbabwe.
Don't touch it.
By the way,
wow.
St. Carrie's babies. Carrie's babies. I'm joking, I'm joking. Anyway, this is an African porcupine.
Yeah.
Very few people have ever seen this thing in the wild. I've been going to Africa for over 30 years. Don't bite me. Hey. Anyway, this animal here is not full grown, by the way. This may be here, but the one I saw in Africa was twice as big as this one. You see the quills? So if I'm a lion or hyena coming up to eat this thing, by the way, this is one of the favorite things for lions and hyenas to try and eat. Even people in Africa eat this. Even people in North America eat the porcupine, by the way. This is one of the most efficient hunting birds in the entire world, or animals in the entire world. If you're on a game show and they ask you what species of animal is found on every continent except Antarctica, what species of animal is on every continent in the world except Antarctica? It's an owl species, it's the only one. That's where they're found all over the world. And notice how the owl, it's funny, he sees himself. The owl, if you notice him, how he turns his head, for example, you'll see the owl goes like this. Let's say you want to look at something over there, you don't want anybody to watch you looking at whatever you're looking at, and you go like this with your eyeballs. See, you can look over there, and I'm looking all over the place without turning my head. The owl cannot do that because his eyeballs are so big in his socket, he can't move his eyes like you can. Therefore, he has to go like this. He has to turn his entire neck around. Like David Letterman about 5 years ago. I'm doing the show on the Letterman show. I'm showing him the owl, a real big Eurasian eagle owl. And I said, Dave goes, hey Jack, that's interesting. Make sure you try and turn his head all the way around. I said, you're an idiot. His head will fall off. So, as usual, he treats me like a dog. This animal here is a baby alligator. And you're going to say, oh, what's the big deal about baby alligator? Those of you guys that might be my age, 1950s, this animal here in the 1950s, everybody, was that close to being extinct in America. You don't know how close. It's unbelievable how almost this girl off this continent.
Wow. Look at the big one.
Anyway, that's an alligator about 7 months old.
Wow.
This alligator here, we had this feature last night, and he was sleeping. We brought him out here, and the lady before the road goes, That thing looks like, that's the most incredible. This is something, having been in the military, I don't care if you're an American or whatever, all of us know that the bald eagle is one of the most phenomenal animals in the entire world. Now, what they have done over the years, everybody, these folks have released probably over 200 bald eagles into the wild. When a bald eagle is injured or shot, this one was shot, by the way, you can see from the wing, he cannot go back out. So therefore, what do? Of course, we're going to use it for education. The bald eagle, to me, is incredible. That's all I can tell you. The animal there, when it's born, or hatched, I'm sorry, when it's hatched, it's as big as my fist here. It's the cutest bone down you've ever seen. In less than 12 weeks, the animal's that big. It's one of the fastest growing birds in the world. That bird then will start flying on its own. The parents will stay around during that season until the parents might migrate somewhere else. But the animal also will grow the white head and tail in about 3 to 4 years. So why was this animal shot? Some people really don't mean to shoot the animal. Some people might see a buzzard over their chickens, or might see, not the birds that really eat chickens, but they might see this big old bird up there, this thing is scouting out, the chicken being outside with no top on it. Well, they'll take a pop shot, not knowing what they've just killed is an American bald eagle. Of course, if that ever happens, and you do that, then you definitely are looking at a jail sentence right off the bat. The animal, as you well know, many of you in this room, this bird was taken off the endangered species list about, I think it was 3 or 4 years ago. I don't know exactly when. Some people say, oh my gosh, I can't believe they're taking that thing off the endangered species list. Someone's not thinking correctly. Because the greatest thing in the world is when an animal can be removed from the endangered species list. That's the greatest thing that could happen to an animal species. You're dressed kind of too nice for it. That's okay. Here a minute, you're a great man. Hey Melanie, can somebody come out here and help us? Anyway, going over in a second. Take your shoes off first. Take your shoes off. You're the first volunteer I've ever chose that didn't know. It's supposed to be a joke, see? But you just screwed that up. That's okay. That ain't over well. I'm just going to try to see how long it is. I can't see how long it is here. Here, hold on a minute. Come over here a second. Because you've got to appreciate this. Don't get near his head, for gosh sakes. I did that once in 1972, and I barely had this finger here. You take the head, okay? You hold the tail. Here, where are you? Here. I just want you to see how long it is. There you go. You hold the tail. Keep on going out there. You see where it looked a little small, didn't it? Can you imagine, everybody? The largest snake in the world they found in Africa is an argument over the anaconda. There are 3 constrictors. The boa constrictor, the python, and the anaconda. The anaconda lives in South America. It lives in the water. The anaconda has live babies. The python here lays eggs. And by the way, you find the python in Africa and Asia. This animal here is very, go ahead and hold it. Is that strong or what? You put it around your neck. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Just help me. The word no. He's a very smart boy. Just put him around your waist. I'm trying to show you how powerful he is. It won't hurt you. I'm here. Jungle Jackson. He obviously watches Letterman. He doesn't trust me. Anyway, I forgot what I was going to say, but you screwed everything up. Anyway, there are 3 constrictors. Yes, I was bitten by an anaconda in 1973. But I was helping, just like he is. I was about 19, 20 years old. You were in Florida. These guys had this snake. They brought him out there into a big, huge, like a small little lake to exercise. They raised snakes. It was a 19-foot anaconda. There was a piece of, he was shedding, so I didn't know anything about it. In Tennessee, all I saw was some copperheads and water boxes, little ones. So I went over to pick up off the piece of skin off his head. The snake, with a lightning bolt, grabbed these 2 fingers. I did not know any better. I tried to go like this. I thought they were gone. It was such a shock that I did not, I said, I don't feel anything. They're gone. He said, no. He held my arm like this. He said, don't move. This snake cannot let go. For example, if there was a smaller snake like this little long one, it bit him, it went like that to bite him on the arm here, I never know if that hurt you. They bite you like this, the snake cannot let go. Mother Nature gave him, most of these snakes, when they bite, their jaw muscles will freeze. The animals like the python and the anaconda, they freeze. So the animal says, I got to get out of here, and he can't, because he can't do it naturally like most animals can let go. It takes 20 to 30 minutes for the animal to go like this and start releasing it. That's what happened to my hand. After a while, about 15 minutes, I said, it was killing me. I said, they're gone. Don't move, Jack. I want you to hit your bones down. When I got it out, I took a stick and went in the mouth. The snake started loosening up. You see all the bones, everything in there. It took hospital in Sanford, Florida. I walked in there, the nurse goes, none of them see anything like it. They said, what bit you? I said, anaconda. They go, what's an anaconda? It's a snake, obviously. And she starts questioning. I said, ma'am, I don't want to bleed to death. Please do something. Then the doctor comes in and goes, I don't know what to do. He said, what kind of venom is it? It's not poisonous, please. Do something. They give me 5 shots in my bottom. And that hurt worse than a snake bite. Anyway, you know, have you ever touched a snake like this? See, I asked the question, have you ever touched a snake? You raised your hand, didn't you? Oh, no, you didn't, did you? Oh, did you? What kind of snake did you touch? You remember? Oh, good. You don't remember touching one. Good. So you never touched one, right? Just tell your friends that. Anyway, you're very brave, and so what I'm going to give you is a free pass to Columbus Zoo. Okay? You get to come out, I'll show you how to say it. What's your name?
Hunter.
Oh, Hunter. That's a great name for a wildlife biologist. Okay. You did a great job. Now, this is kids, a marsupial. Australia, everyone, Australia has over 200 marsupials. 200, Australia does. We have one, what is it? The possum. Can you imagine that? 200 marsupials in Australia, we have one, the kangaroo. Look at I'll show you something real quickly. Get the camera, don't go near me, right here. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Don't get closer.
The baby!
Trust me, you're the first one in about 30 years. You're the first one in 30 years doing this that I've ever, in the wild, I've done this. Never in a speech or theater have I ever seen the baby poke her head out of the pouch, ever. Kids, don't forget what you're seeing, because I guarantee you something. You'll never see it again unless you're in Australia. Now this is a cheetah, the fastest land mammal in the world, 70 miles per hour plus. Now, if you guys go home, not tonight, but tomorrow on the interstate, there's interstates around here, all you have to do, kids, is look out the window when your parents are going 65 miles an hour, think of a cheetah passing you. I can't describe it another way. Having filmed them for over 30 years now, every time I do it, we have to have 3 cameras in the wild. It takes us days to try to get a perfect when they have cheetahs on the hunt. And I can tell you something, it's spectacular. From a standpoint, it's hard to understand in Africa. I don't like watching hunts, and you'll notice on our show, in 25 years, you've seen a hunt, but you've never seen the final. We don't do that on our show, because we see enough of that on TV. It is nature, though. But the lion, when it does it, because there's kids in here, I'll use the word KLL. When the lion hunts and takes down the prey, it's in less than 5 seconds. When a tiger does it, when I film in Asia, it's less than probably 1 second. It's beyond a bomb going off. This is a very weak cat, everybody. Right now, if I were to go down in a plane in Africa, let's say, I would walk out of that plane, the only one, and there's 3 cheetahs sitting over there right there. I don't have to worry a thing. If that's one lion sitting over there, I'll see you all in heaven, hopefully, because he won't go anywhere. This animal, again, if you look at the eyes of the animal, when it turns around here in a second, you'll notice the dark marks. You see the dark marks, the teardrop eyes there? Isn't it amazing Mother Nature discovered that before we discovered the chalk, like right there, if I look at that light, a football player, a baseball player? Guess what? Why do we do that? That's because this cat hunts in the heat of the day, everybody. It hunts when it's 110 degrees outside. No cat in the world hunts in the heat of the day. Cats hunt at nighttime mainly. All cats. Not all the time, but sometimes lions walk around and grab something, okay. Most of the time it's done at night. Another real quick fact about the cheetah. The cheetah, the Egyptians, if you ever get to Egypt, I hope someday, I've filmed there several times. Obviously we can't go back there right now. You could go back there, but if you know, on the sides of the pyramids and the mummies, the drawings inside the pyramids show the cheetah. What did the cheetah do? The cheetah was the hunting tool for the Egyptians. I don't know how to thank you. I know I went way over everybody. I apologize. I get all riled up here. And I do know that my days are coming. I know this won't last forever. But I do go back to the towns I love so much. I love your state, because your state, Florida, Montana, Idaho, about 15 states in this country represent our wildlife in our country. You guys, the Game and Fish, they do the best they can with the population you have here in Florida, other states. You have a beautiful place here. So thank you so much for inviting me back. God bless you all. Have a great weekend. Thank you very much, everybody.